Yes, so welcome to today's training. I have something exciting to share. If you saw my Instagram post or my Facebook post, today is 5 years that I have officially been in business, and I'm celebrating with a cup of kombucha, however you want to say it. I love kombucha. I try to drink some daily. Just delicious. If you have a glass of some sort of beverage you love, cheers to you for celebrating with me. So before we kind of dive deep into 3 steps to feel confident in your body again, which we're talking about today, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that I am doing a giveaway from today, March 18th, to Saturday around noon for a free 30-minute coaching session with me, as well as one of my favorite master classes that I actually don't talk about often, which I should, called my No Flaw I'm Enough Masterclass. This is one where I talk a lot about where we as women struggle to feel like we're enough, where we struggle to feel like we do enough, and how shame and all that shows up often in our relationship with food, our body, ourselves, or even other things, work, and so forth. And so how do we really just release ourselves of that shame? I really kind of dive deep into like the things I love about Brene Brown and her work around shame, and then kind of give you some practical applications, really working on how to write affirmations based off of Jack Canfield's 9 steps in his book, Success Principles, and as well as share a little bit more about essential oils and how you can use them to boost your confidence. We use some recipes from Desiree, on down. Desiree, I'm so sorry, I'm saying your name wrong. In her book, I Am Fabulous, which is so beautiful. It's up there. I should have brought it in here. Those essential oils are just, those recipes are so great. So I have been sharing about essential oils as well as coaching around the same time. So one of you may know me more as a coach, one of you may know me as more as an essential oils educator. But I just wanted to kind of bring those 2 loves together by offering a free coaching session as well as this class that's kind of coaching and oils combined. And so how you can enter this giveaway is if you're watching on Instagram or in my Facebook group, on my Facebook page, I have done a post called Celebrating 5 Years. All you got to do is like the post and tag a friend, and you'll enter in to win one of those prizes. And same on Instagram, like the post, tag a friend. And so many of you have already shared just saying thank you, and I'm just so grateful for the support. So many women and men have just allowed me to continue on, to start and continue on a business in 5 years. Most businesses, especially solo entrepreneur ones, actually stop within a couple of years. And I've been fortunate enough where I have done just a lot of different things in my life. And so sometimes my business has been full-time, sometimes it has been something I'm doing on the side, but my goal has always been to continue in some way to serve women in finding peace with food, their body, and developing a lifestyle that's more than about what they weigh, So that's kind of the messaging shift I'm making too, which I'll talk more about after the challenge. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves here. So just letting you know that giveaway is happening. Entries will close on Saturday at noon, so March 20th. But let me dive in today to talk a little bit about 3 steps to feel confident in your body again. If you're on live, be sure to let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, be sure to let me know you're here as well. I will have to check comments on both Facebook and Instagram after, because I'm trying to do both and I cannot see anything right now. I really wanted to talk about this. Last week, I talked about 5 simple ways or questions to ask yourself to find peace with food. And I often think this conversation here around our bodies is actually where our broken relationship with food can stem from, because we have a broken relationship with our body. Many of you enjoyed this week's podcast with Don Walton talking about the brain science behind poor body image and emotional eating. Well, next week I'm having an amazing guest also join me, Robin Weiser, talking about restoring the broken trust with food in our bodies, because many of us have broken trust. We have been trying to follow some gold standard of what our body should look like, should weigh like, what size it should be, how much muscle tone it should have, all of these things. And in the process, we have not asked our body or really allowed our body to guide that process. And so, where this shows up a lot for me is that, growing up, I think most of you probably know my story. I don't want to say overweight, but I don't know. I just was not as concerned about my weight as I started to be later, or my size. Started to play sports, and so I just naturally started changing what I ate, and I lost weight, and I started to get really affirmed. So as a high schooler, young girl, puberty, you start to believe when I'm smaller or when I lose weight, I am accepted, I belong. And at the end of the day, what many of us women are asking, the questions we're asking is, am I worth it? Do I belong? Do I have a purpose in this world? Those three questions, I think those are roughly the three questions, come from Captivating. If any of you read that book by John and Stacey Eldridge, it's a beautiful book. Really, women are asking these certain questions. Hey girl, how are you? So good to see you. It's been a while. You're rocking everything over there. But yes, so I started to believe that I only belong and I'm only worth something when my weight is a certain size, when I look a certain way, when I achieve certain things. So I was finding my worth in my work and my weight in particular. And I believe many of us women have been told that we need to find our worth and our weight worth in those things, or even in our relationships and in our wealth. And I just believed that lie for a long time, and it led to disordered ways of eating, under eating, and then eventually overeating and emotional eating. It led to disordered ways of exercising, over exercising, under exercising, not healthy ways of managing stress. It led to a poor body image. It led to going on that dieting roller coaster cycle, broken relationship with scale, and just all of these things. And so I was trying to fix my weight or my body image, but what I really needed to do was fix how I felt about myself, how I felt about my body. And so it's not something that I necessarily have arrived at. Come on now, like, I'm a woman. I just had a baby 9 months ago, which she's amazing. But girl, you're on with me live. Like, you've had babies. It's just like your body goes through so much changes. And even if you've never had a baby before, depending on your age, your life, what's going on, your body changes. But instead of allowing our bodies to say, okay, this is what you need to weigh now, or this is what I need now in order to thrive, we are trying to wield it into some sort of definition of it, or of beauty, of health, that it does not necessarily need or want. And so when you go on a diet, if you listen to this most recent podcast, episode 159 with Don Walton, again, on the brain science of emotional eating and poor body image, when we go on diets, what happens is our bodies goes into this feast and famine mode where literally it's trying to survive. So if you're restricting what your body needs to the point where it cannot get what it needs, it's going to hold on to things. It's going to like not support you because it's trying to make you survive. And actually, then when you run to food for comfort, it's your body's like, oh man, she's feeling stressed. I want to give her comfort because I don't want her to be stressed all the time, because guess what? That's not good for your body. So it said, hey, remember that last time you had that sugary chocolate? Go do it again. So your body and your brain is meant to protect you. Let's recognize that. But we need to also try to protect our body and our brain. We need to kind of see what we're doing, what we're believing, what we're thinking that is not helping and serving our body. So we want to ask, how do we feel confident in our bodies again? We need to first ask, what do we believe about our bodies? What do we believe about how our bodies should be, how they should look, how they should function? And let's just be honest here. Can you be honest with yourself? You don't have to share. I would love for you to share in the comments, but what do you believe your body should look like? What do you believe health should look like? Do you believe it's a certain number on the scale? Do you believe it's non-flabby arms? Do you believe it's a six-pack? Do you believe it's, my goodness, just being able to walk a mile after having a baby? Like, what do you believe that beauty and health is for your unique body? And I say unique because there's standards out there that you have maybe subconsciously or consciously been trying to reach, that your body is like, not me. When I was at my thinnest, many of you might be like, that weight is actually a weight that your body is like thrives at. For me, it was not. I have a bigger structured body, bigger, heavier bones, and many people like look at me and they think I weigh something I actually weigh more. Yeah, muscle, all that, but I just am more heavier set, and I'm fine with that at this point in my life. But I was not healthy and I thought that weight for you might be healthy, but it was not for me. So my body, when I eventually started changing my habits, started changing my thoughts, it got to a point where no matter what I did, no matter what tweaks I did, it was at this weight. It was at this size, and it thrived at that for the current activity level, current life that I had. Now, postpartum, 9 months in, my body's at a, it's slowly, I don't want to say getting back to how it was before. It's just slowly getting stronger again. Yes, I think I'm losing inches or weight. I haven't stepped on the scale in months, but it's supporting my body now as I'm currently breastfeeding another human being and helping a human being survive. So it is where I think it's where it needs to be right now. And so why am I trying to tell it to do something different? So I'm asking myself, Brianna, what do you believe your body, what is the beauty and health standard for your body right now in this current season? And I believe it's where I'm at. I believe it's working out as much as I can 4 times a week, trying to sleep as much as I can, tons of water, tons of nutritious foods, Epsom salt baths, chiropractic adjustments, like all these things. My body is saying, I just need a little bit more maintenance and love. Will you give it to me? And stop worrying about that scale. Stop looking to the left or right or some other mom who's 9 months and got their 6-pack back, whatever. It's like, where does my body need to be? So what do you believe is your golden standard for your body in this season? And is that belief helping you, or is it actually just making you drive into yourself into a hole you can't get out of? Right? Hey girl, you're saying, I was sharing my current journey with a friend about old stories of the scale. I thought I was past. Save this so I can share. Yes, I'm going to try to, hopefully, sometimes I click not share, but I'm going to try to. Yes, I know you have MS has changed this all for me, but I often don't look sick. That is so true. So guys, that's another thing. I'm reading this book, Strong Women Lift Each Other Up, and it's challenging to me is the comparisons that we do, or just the idea of what we see. We often think that someone's healthy or something, we make a judgment based off of the appearance of their life and even for the appearance of their body. But someone can be, let's even talk about weight. Someone can be a certain weight and look healthy, but inside they're not, right? Not necessarily their fault, but things are going on. So health may look different at every size. Health may look different at every different shape. So we need to ask ourselves, what are those key indicators of health and beauty for ourselves that we really want? I know for me, beauty in this season is just taking care of my body and appreciating it, looking at my thighs, looking at whatever, every part of my body and saying, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you grew and birthed a human and are sustaining a human. Like what a whirlwind it has been for these last 18 months. And first of all, let's talk about that. Like, man, you have so much more appreciation for your moms or women out there who have given birth to humans and taking care of them. It is tough in these beginning stages, right? I mean, it's tough throughout all of it, but wow, my body has been able to sustain that. And my goodness, what a gift it's been, and how amazing and strong it is. And so that's, I guess, the second part. The first part is, what do you believe to be true about your body? What is your health standard? What is your beauty standard? But then 2, what are you saying about your body? What are you saying about the way it looks? What are you saying about the way you feel? What are you saying about the way it may stick together or jiggle or whatever? It's like, what are you saying about your body? And is that serving you? Is that helping you? Is that, I love this principle of mindset by Jen Sincero, who wrote You Are a Badass. I really love it in You Are a Badass at Making Money. She talks about how your beliefs drive your thoughts, your words, your emotions, your actions, your reality. So if you are believing and then saying certain things about your body, you're going to feel a certain way. Then you're also going to act a certain way. So if you are starting to say, like, oh, these clothes are so tight and like all these sort of things, you're either going to like try to go on what do we call a diet or do something to fix that uncomfortable feeling, or you're going to give up because you don't see your body as worth taking care of. My goodness, your body is a powerhouse, can do so many amazing things. And, like even, recently we've seen a lot more women lift weights. We've seen a lot more women do a lot of crazy things that with their bodies that we thought only men could do. When I started CrossFit, I thought only men did push-ups on their, not on their knees. I thought only men did pull-ups. I thought only men weightlifted. And it's like, no, I can do those things too and not get bulky like them because my body can't do that. But my goodness, the fact that my body could run a 10K in a certain amount of time, do pull-ups, and even now do all this stuff, it is a wonderland. Thank you, John Mayer. And so we need to recognize that what we're believing and saying about our body is very crucial. And we have to ask, is it serving us? And that's a question we hear a lot when we talk about mindset. Serving us, meaning, is it moving us forward? Is it uplifting us? You know, I love scripture. Philippians talk about whatever is true, pure, right, trustworthy, whatever is good, think about those things. But women, honestly, most of the time, we're not thinking about those things. We're thinking these negative things that are tearing ourselves down, things that we would never say to other people, but are saying to ourselves. And we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing that? I'm trying to look at some comments here on Facebook. Lorena, I believe I should be able to fit into normal clothes and be physical without too much effort. Also, my skin should be clear. I'm learning that the scale doesn't matter and learning to thank God for every part of my body because it's doing what it's supposed to do, no matter what it looks like to me. Can I just get a hallelujah with that? That is so good, girl. And it's hard. It's like in 1 minute we can believe that, and 1 minute it's hard to believe and think that, but we need to remind ourselves and surround ourselves with truth. Okay. So number one, to feeling confident in your body, again, is asking yourself what you believe your body should look like. What's beauty and health standard do you have for yourself? Number two is, what are you saying about it? Is it positive? Is it true? Is it serving you? Is it moving you forward, or is it tearing you down? And then number three, I try to figure out, okay, what is like the last tip that I got to leave you with? And I think number three is like, you need to shut yourself up. Okay, and I just say, like, you just need to, like, when you start to think that thought or believe that thought, stop it in its tracks and say, listen, I know this is what I do to myself sometimes. Brianna, I know that you have just started doing, for example, pull-ups again. I know that you're just gaining your strength back. I know that you're not being able to do as much as you used to do, but my goodness, look at you now. Look what you are doing. Look at what you have done with your body, working out wise. And good job for not giving up. Good job for making time each day. And so, you know, you can label it. Some people label your inner critic, like your alter ego or whatever. I just say, listen, Brianna, because I actually think there's both parts of me, the parts that lift myself up and the parts that tear myself down is all within me. So I say, Brianna, stop. And even if there's some areas that I need to forgive myself, and maybe, you know, particularly if you struggle with emotional eating diets or scale, and we need to look at ourselves and say, I forgive you. I forgive you for emotional eating. I forgive you for whatever. If you felt you let loose, I forgive you. And instead of judging you and letting you sit in shame and guilt, I'm going to give you the grace that you deserve and need to move forward. And so one of the most powerful things that you can do to feel confident in your body again is to shut yourself up by just saying, excuse me, this thought may have served you, might have served me at one point in my life and kept me in check, but you no longer serve me. You're no longer helpful. So I'm not going to choose to think or believe you. Boom. And I'm going to replace this with truth instead. All right. So step one is asking yourself what you believe to be true about your body. What is its beauty? What is its standard? Again, you know, as Lorena said, it could be your skin standard. It could be weight. It could be size, tightness, elasticity, whatever. And then two, what are you saying about your body? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it lifting you up, or is it tearing you down? And then three, the times where you start to believe those things and say those things that aren't so good, shut yourself up. Like, just shut yourself up. Like, boom, done, in a nice, caring way. Say, not today. Not today. Okay, man, we would say, not today, Bobo. Bobo is like boyfriend, boy, whatever. Not today. Not today, Bobo. And some people say, not today, Satan, whatever you want to say, just not today. And so I would love to just hear from you guys. If you are, you know, does this resonate with you? Where are you at in your relationship with your body? Are you constantly at war with it, trying to wield it into a definition that, you know, it's okay to like want to transform your body. It's okay to want to change it. But if you're doing it from a place of shame or guilt or not liking your body, it's not good. Where are you at with your relationship with your body? And which of these 3 steps are you going to try to work on this week? Okay. So step 1 was asking yourself what you believe of the beauty and health standard for your body should be. 2, in this season in particular. 2, what are you saying about your body? Is it uplifting? Is it tearing you down? And then 3, how can you shut yourself up when you're starting to believe negative, bad things about your body, or say or do things to your body? Okay. So I would love to hear from you, your answers below. And then I also would just love to invite you, while you're on with me, to join me for a free challenge I'm doing next week, as well as an opportunity to get some one-on-one support in this area. So, you know, the more and more, I'm 5 years in business today, as I shared earlier. I'm doing this giveaway, but, you know, throughout my 5 years, I realized that now what led me to start my business is that I was at war with my body for so long. I was at war with food. I was at war with all these things. And when I started to see that my worth was not in my weight, my worth was not in how my body looked or didn't look or whatever. It's just my worth was like in the person, the God who created me, for one, and that I had a beautiful purpose in this world. That's when I said, man, I know that there are other women that are struggling with the same stuff and it's holding them back, right? And so that's when I decided to go into business and become a health coach and started my business 5 years ago, officially today. And, you know, I've had different messaging, different things I've said that I help women with, but this is what I help women with at the end of the day. I help them find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop a healthy lifestyle and habits that is more than about their weight or some sort of body image. So I am doing a free challenge next week talking about all of this and more. It is my Food Freedom Challenge. I've never run this one live. I have a journal that I've offered, but never run this one live. And I'm literally bringing together, you know, past talks I've done, past things, and things I'm even finally writing in the book that I'm writing together for a high, powerful, transformative breakthrough event over 7 days. So over 7 days for this free challenge, you will get a mini training video on one topic each day. Then you'll also get the workbook that goes with it, with some reflection questions, and I'm going to go live each day to dive deeper into a particular topic in my Facebook group. And so we're going to talk about diets on day 1. We're going to talk about the scale, then food, your body, yourself, exercise, and how you handle your emotions. This is a free challenge open to all women. And so all you have to do to sign up is either go to my bio link or go to madewell345.com/foodfreedomchallenge, madewell345.com/foodfreedomchallenge, or let me know in the comments you want to join and I can just DM you the link. Easy peasy. And again, free event where we're just going to really dive deeper. If like you had fun today, like this is going to be like this every day for 7 days. And also share this event with a friend. If you're like, my goodness, I want to do this with a girlfriend, because we've been just talking, you know, we've been talking about this. We've been wanting to find peace with our bodies together. It's like, let's do this together. So invite this, don't withhold this good gift. And then 2, you know, I think what's not only have women have experienced transformation over these particular live things that I do, but also one-on-one sessions, because there are just things that are so deep and so vulnerable that you just don't want to talk about in a big place, or also you just need someone to help guide you through getting to the core of those beliefs and those thoughts and how to change those and how to change your habits to reflect that. And so I am offering my Food Freedom Intensive. It's a 90-minute coaching session, 15% off this month. And so if you're just curious to see if that's a good fit for you or not, make sure you book a free coaching clarity call where we can help you get clear whether it's a good fit. And so if you're interested in that, let me know, or go to madewell345.com/clarity or the bio link, and we can just find a time this month or early April to chat. You have to book the call by April 2nd, I think I said, in order to qualify for the discount. So just book the call, we can chat and go from there. And so I have just had a blast journeying with you guys. I'm going to read some of the comments now. Joyce Joyful says, I'm reading The Body is Not an Apology. Highly recommended. I've seen that one. That's on my read to-do list. Yes, at war with my body. My worth is that I'm created by God. Yes, girl. Yes, girl, Roxanne. So that's it for me. If you're interested in the challenge or learning more about that 101 intensive, please let me know in the comments or DM me. DM me and we can just continue chatting in there. Joy is my dear friend. Yes, joy comes always in the morning, doesn't it? All right, grateful for you all. I am so excited for the challenge next week. So let me know if you have any questions. Yes, Claire, I'll send you the link. I think you have signed up, Claire, but I will send you the link right now. All right, ladies, have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.